From time to time, the world's communities witness some extraordinary ideas which capture our collective imagination and stir our humanity. Ideas which go on to become the global conversation. Ideas like Geldof and Bono's Live Aid concerts, which coordinated and focused the world's attention on the issue of third world debt. This was a remarkable effort and example of how to generate immediate interest and awareness for an issue that had been continuously kept below the radar. Or the unprecedented communal response that followed the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, and the ongoing debate on global warming brought into such focus by Al Gore, and now beginning to inspire entrepreneurial thinkers the world over. It would appear that communities are now rising and responding to the challenges faced by communities, but with a significant difference. The ideas that rise to create these responses are sustainable and mutually beneficial. Gone are the begging bowls and handouts. They never work, they never will. And now, it's Africa's turn. The art and artists of Africa have long been sought after, but their work and status hasn't always been recognized as equal by the global community. That is about to change, and it will change through an African-led initiative that will inspire and motivate the world. Imagine this: 1 million paintings produced by African artists across all African countries, assembled on a 1 square kilometer piece of land, creating the largest montage of African art ever, the biggest painting in the world.
And how does all this come together?
Starts here. Each African country is encouraged to invite its artists of all genders and ages, professionals and amateurs, to submit an inspiring art piece. Once the art is complete, the art is collected nationally and selected pieces are digitally scanned. These images are sent to a centralized host computer. Upon completion of the work, the digitized art is printed onto weatherproof material and assembled as one gigantic art piece on a magnificent piece of South African land.
And how does art and the artist benefit?
As the artist's art piece is digitally captured, it will be viewed on the Biggest Painting in the World website, biggestpainting.com. On this platform, African art and artists will be exposed to a global audience, and the global public at large will be able to log on and bid for the art piece or pieces they most desire. The art will be graded into various categories to best represent the artist's level of competency, with a minimum bid set for each. And here is how. The profile of African art is raised, the value of African art is tracked, and African art will begin to acquire an equitable global valuation. But it doesn't end there. You may ask, why art? The arts are a catalyst to innovative and liberated thinking. The type of thinking that Africa is eager to develop. For it is through inspiring new ideas, new thinking, that the great challenges facing Africa will be overcome.
And what about the theme?
Be part of the revival of African art.
When does this begin?
It already has, with this communication to you. In the mobilizing of influencers, the great many debates, meetings and feedback sessions already underway. This is work that will continue through the setup months and throughout the entire project. It becomes public with the artist briefing and communication. These briefings will manage expectations, understanding of involvement, establishment of regional cooperation, logistics, and the broader opportunities that will emerge for all participants. This briefing process creates opportunity for all art and culture development and training of curators, whose role will be to facilitate and manage all aspects around the program within their immediate communities and connecting to the greater community as a whole. Fantastic broadcasting television sponsorship opportunities, live shows, follow the artists, etc. When each country has selected its nominated art, the digital images are forwarded to the website and onto the centralized printing point in South Africa. Once the digital art is printed onto weatherproof material, teams of people would begin to assemble the biggest paintings in the world. Continuing through this time will be the development of the staging site, which has the potential to create many entrepreneurial opportunities in and around the support of arts and culture and the many related interests. In time, this tourist attraction has the potential to become a World Heritage Site.
And what about the communication?
Great ideas generate their own talk, and this idea will be no exception. Before we start to communicate with the artists who will participate, we need to make sure that every single aspect of this massive undertaking will be accounted for. We need to be aware of every possible logistical challenge. We need the cooperation of each country. We need the cooperation of each regional and local government. We need the praise and blessings of our presidents and ministers. We need the muscle of our financial institutions. We need the foresight and vision of the many social groups and community elders who motivate their societies. We need the understanding of the broader community, that as we endeavor to help them, we need their help in return. With this, I turn to you.
And how do other people and organizations get involved?
You can get involved by using your gift of imagination and consider in what way you and the other influencers around you could stand to benefit and help others benefit from this initiative. To share with us the other opportunities that you may have seen as I sketched out this idea. To help partner this big project so we all benefit. Africa, the artists, and the world. Leave your fingerprint. Go on. Make a difference.